So there's some big changes to the EVE Online EULA. They're telling RMT to take a hike. I actually think that this is a pretty good thing. There's some specific wording that they added to the EULA, and EULA is End User License Agreement. The specific wording is addressing businesses who are real-life businesses who are working within the game, and they're telling them to take a hike. Specifically, this is kind of interesting, the stuff that was added. It says that accounts may not be used for business purposes. They may not access the system, and playing EVE is intended for personal entertainment only. And it's not intended for for corporate, business, commercial, or any income-seeking activities. For the purposes of establishing an account or access to the game for commercial, business, or income-seeking purposes is strictly prohibited. Now, I think this is a really positive thing for the game, because EVE is one of the very few games that has a great economy. And compared to other games, you know, it may not have as good of an economy as you do in the real world, but EVE has gold sinks. That's what we called them in the old days. I guess in EVE you'd call it an ISK sink. And it actually works quite well. I'm really impressed with that. Another change that they made to the EULA was they added wording about character transfers. And we're not talking account transfers, we're talking just character transfers. They say it's okay to give a character as a gift, or to transfer a character from one account you own to another account you own. The account does not have to be your own, though. They say that you are permitted to transfer characters, though, and of course, again, it talks about business, about not being able to do this for money. You're not able to be a broker doing this. You're not able to broker deals. So, you know, the RMT guys take a hike again, and I think this is really good because the characters have value. And I know that a lot of the characters in the games that I played, you know, you get attached to them, you feel they're worth something. You're not going to play the game anymore, but somebody else might have good value out of those characters, and so you can give them away. You can give them away to friends, family, somebody else you met in game, just as long as it's not a commercial transaction. And I see that as a really, really positive thing. I think they had the character transfer before this even, but they just updated the wording on that. And another interesting thing is a section called Termination of the Game. Now they added the, just to kind of summarize, a statement about what happens if they decide to cancel the game. And basically it says they'll give 30-day notice. It also says that if you're prepaid further than 30 days out, you may lose that that extra prepayment that you have. This is pretty standard. I wouldn't read this as, oh my god, end of the world. EVE isn't going anywhere. EVE is a great game. I don't really know the numbers, but I think it's still growing. I know our site Shattered Crystal that sells game codes for EVE. We're selling quite a bit, and it keeps getting more and more. So that tells me that that the game is still growing. Another thing that they added was a section under user content. And I don't know if CCP had some problems with this. I do remember some stuff around a year ago to where one of the fan sites made an attack on CCP, and they actually caused a whole bunch of problems on a holiday weekend. And I don't really know how that was all resolved, but I do know that CCP reacted quite emotionally, and I can totally tell why. And so CCP added some extra stuff saying that they can take any action that they believe is appropriate regarding user content. And it talks about having the ability to take action if they think their reputation is harmed, the game is harmed, the community is harmed, or that it's not in goodwill. And so if you are running a EVE hate site, or maybe even a EVE bug site, that they could deem both of those as harmful to the game and seek to terminate your game account
for owning those sites, or for maybe even participating. And I think that this is normal. I think that EVE or CCP is God in the game, just like any game manufacturer. I don't think that we as players have any rights whatsoever other than what the game manufacturer grants us. And I know a lot of other people think the other way. I know a lot of times that people in our forums, when they get banned, they tell me, "Oh my God, you can't do that! You can't ban me. This is a public forum." Well, it's a privately held company, and it's our forums. They're private forums, and we can refuse service to anyone. So, really, it's the same thing in the games. And so anyway, I just thought these were really interesting. I'm especially interested in the RMT stuff because, well, you know, I follow those areas, and we do a lot of sales of codes and stuff like that. But the the extra stuff added about the actual commercial businesses and everything, I think it's really good. I think that it's not ambiguous at all. It's very firm, and it's very on target, and any good businessman would know, or business person, sorry, let me be politically correct, would know that it wasn't okay. Anyway, I think these changes are really good. So, more power to CCP. And I love the game. I actually have an account in the game, and the game is just absolutely beautiful. I just wish I had more time to play.